Oh, yeah. So, the man who has written Renato Jones, Volume 1 and Volume 2, and I'm praying for Volume 3, and Immortal Iron Fist, that did the artwork and has an incredible, malleable art talent where he can draw in different styles and do different things. On his Instagram is where I saw this, and now places are starting to report it. But I actually said something because I saw Captain America on a big cat with a shield and an axe, and I told him I was in, and he said that's his favorite part too. That's a quote from him. Is awesome. And then I let him know that I will be trying to get my hands on this comic as well to review in July. Looks like this is getting dropped. It's one of five. And from Marvel.com, it says discover a brilliant new vision of the Marvel Universe in Kara Andrews' Amazing Fantasy #1. Yes. Yes. And it says Kara Andrews returns to Marvel Comics this July with a breathtaking new series. Now, what's been happening with me is that I've noticed that I'm in bigger with lately with the alternate kind of stories from Marvel and DC. I haven't liked all the new stuff they've come out with. Some of it's been good. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying it's all bad because King in Black, everything I've seen of it, I'm trying to get my hands on that entire run from Venom and what was it, Absolute Carnage. I like all that Donny Cates run. I want all of that. Like I want that whole thing, and I want to get my hands on King in Black. It's going to take me a minute because I'm not rich, as some people have pointed out in the comments. But I do want to get my hands eventually on the entire King in Black, so I might try to get the omnibus. But I know like the Atlantis one's not going to be in there. I think the Gwenom versus Carnage is not going to be in there, so it's going to take me a minute. I'm going to see exactly what's in there and then try to work my way up through it. But I want that whole run of Donny Cates's, as well as I want the his Thor run. So this July, experience your favorite Marvel heroes like never before in amazing fantasy. From award-winning creator Care Andrews comes a brand new series that will blend different Marvel eras and genres for one epic adventure, starring Captain America, Spider-Man, and Black Widow. These characters is a very unique take. Spider-Man, of course, he's the most popular character in Marvel. Don't let anyone fool you. He's the most popular money-making character in comic books. Don't let anyone fool you. You could try to argue with me, but Spider-Man makes $1 billion a year. He's been doing it for years now, whether he has a movie or not. Batman usually roughly does a little over 400,000 on merchandise. Spider-Man is hands down the most popular comic book character. It's already been proven. If you're gonna try to argue with me, look up the numbers first. It's out there. Uh, yeah. So it makes sense as Spider-Man. Captain America, especially right now, what's going on with Falcon Winter Soldier, that makes sense. And Black Widow being a future character, coming out down the pike with a movie, it all makes sense why these characters will be picked. I don't know if Kara picked them out himself. I'm just saying for company synergy, it makes sense. Known for his unforgettable works on series such as Spider-Man Reign and Spider-Man slash Doctor Octopus Year One, Andrew is back at Marvel Comics and ready to capture readers' imaginations with this astonishing take on the Marvel Universe. Red Room Black Widow, Teenage Spider-Man, and World War II Captain America. So, this is also capturing the characters in very pivotal points in their lives. So this is Captain America, the one who believes in America, who does during World War II, the whole nine. He's not the Captain America we know of today, before Cap got turned into a Yahtzee. Um, Red Room Black Widow. This is where she was very, very dangerous. This is before she got friends, pretty much. And she was on her missions in Teenage Spider-Man, early, wisecracking, young guy, not the, grown man we see before us. That's interesting in itself. The most iconic versions of your favorite Marvel characters from across time and space all wake up on an island of intrigue, darkness, and amazing fantasy. Are they dead? Are they dreaming? Or have they truly been transported to another fantastical realm? And is there any way for them to return home? This isn't just a love letter to your favorite Marvel eras. It's a reinvestment in the seminal characters you've always loved, plucked from essential timelines. Here's what here's what the Andrews, as they put it, has to say about his incredible new series. My very first memories of reading anything, even before I could read words, were holding a Marvel comic in my hands at the age of 4. I had no idea what the characters were saying, but I was enchanted with the story told through pictures. It is a thrill to return to a new Marvel Limited series, writing and drawing not just my favorite characters, but my favorite versions of those characters. I just had to come up with a plan to put World War II Captain America, Teenage Spidey, and Spy School Black Widow into the same adventure. This is a story that combines not just different Marvel eras, but different art styles to depict them. And Kara Andrews is really good at that. I hope he's the artist. I'm thinking, yeah, he's the cover artist and the artist. I'll get to that in a second. This is a story, right? As a creator, sometimes you want to invent new heroes and villains to expand the universe into different places or ideas. But sometimes there is an even greater power in embracing what has come before, in telling fresh and passionate tales with heroes that an audience has already invested in a lifetime or invested a lifetime in. There is a beating heart to these archetypes, and they need to live again. This is the one you've been waiting for, true believers. It's one amazing fantasy for the ages. Don't miss it when Amazing Fantasy 1 hit stands on July 28th. So, this is going to be Amazing Fantasy 1 of 5, written by Kara Andrews, art and cover by Kara Andrews, on sale 728. So, I already said to him, I'm going to try to get my hands on this. Now, there's a few reasons why. One, um, I've read some of Kara Andrews so far. I even said to him on Instagram that I reviewed his comic on my YouTube channel. I hope he checks it out. I think Kara Andrews is a great artist. I think he's an awesome writer. I'm actually, as I'm starting to kind of try to whittle and grab different things, he is one that I pay attention to. I want to get my hands on his Immortal Iron Fist. I have a couple issues of it, but things got messed up, so I don't have all the issues. But the couple issues, like I loved how he depicted the Iron Fist, how it kind of had like this X-ray thing, and and the Iron Fist that he did, and also I like the fact that this is kind of taking the characters back to where they were really popular. I'm not saying they're not popular now, but like the things that got them kicked off, the teenage Spider-Man, people related to him because he was a teenage Spider-Man, you know, and the teenagers did that, and when he was in college, and that happened when he was in school, and Captain America punched Hitler, you know, like that just good feeling, and Black Widow in the early days where you get to see her really cut loose. So I think these were really good decisions and really good choices. uh I don't know if you guys want me to start doing floppies. I almost have all of Donny Cates's crossover done, but I haven't read them yet. I've been behind on a lot of reading because I've been trying to get through a lot of my volumes. um I have literally like a mountain of books, and that's not including the floppies. And since my floppies have gone down, I actually really have to admit, I think I've said this before, I like the fact that Marvel and DC are doing miniseries. These little, I know some people may not like it and they want ongoing, but a lot of times the titles get relaunched by like issue 6 or issue 12 or something. But doing and this is my personal thing, doing these kind of things, 1 of 5, If I really like it, I got it. If it's a big hit, Amazing Fantasies, where Spider-Man came along, even though it used to be called Amazing Adult Fantasy, and then I think the last issue of Amazing Fantasy was actually called Amazing Fantasy, but that's neither here nor there. I like what they're doing. DC's kind of doing it too. Like, you see what sticks and what doesn't, and you do it in fives. Like, there's this new comic book company, what I think it's like Upshot AWA or something like that. Erratic is on there, which I've been buying that comic at the suggestion of Perch. And when I finally get to sit down and read some more floppies, I will be reviewing. So yeah, as I go through, like I said, I will be reviewing more books and movies and things, trying to make my channel a little bit more geeked up and not so serious all the time with everything going on. Sometimes I, speak my mind. But what I seen here, I like. I think it's a great idea. I think it's cool as an island. Also, I think this concept is awesome because it's a concept that can be revisited. This version of Amazing Fantasy, I'm wondering if it's the place the champions went to when I think it was Jim Zub when he sent them to the fantasy world, because Jim Zub and his fantasy work is just it's just amazing. I can't wait to get to that book. But with this going on, it's something I feel like can be revisited, and I think that's cool. If this is a hit, they could go, all right, we could take and once you see what the mystery is, are they even from the same reality as the 616? Like, this is something that can have a lot of potential if Marvel really leans into it, and this is a hit, which I would think it would be. That they could go, all right, let's do a five-parter with like Hawkeye. This guy is bow and arrow. Now he's in the fantasy world, but the world's like now like this. Like, or it can be something changed. There's a lot of places this can go. So I'm very excited. Kara Andrews already knows because like I saw Captain America on a big cat, and I literally look. Some things to me are very easy. If you want to get me, there are some times all I saw was that I immediately said He-Man and Captain America, just like the for Secret Wars. I do want to get that, but I like the concept, but it felt like Game of Thrones. But one that really got me was Captain America with his shield, and he had the axe, and it was kind of like a barbarian kind of thing, and that's by itself, and I kind of want to get that. I'm probably am going to get Hickman's Secret Wars. Overall, I think his Secret Wars was good from everything I read of it, but it was something that I've been doing a lot of wait and sees, and I think sometime I am going to get that, but I definitely want that Captain America one. Like, I like that concept. And like I said, I like them going into these. I've noticed I've been more interested in the alternate stuff like DC's Deceased. I think there's a more pureness to who the characters are in these kind of stories, versus a lot of the main line with a lot of preaching and things like that. But that's just my personal opinion. So anyway, this is the Geek Protagonist. Tell me in the comments what you think. Are you excited about this as much as I am? You stay safe, you stay healthy, you stay real, and I will see you.